Hello and welcome back to Jquery for Designers. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at what Jquery is, and we're going to download the Jquery framework. And you can learn more about Jquery at the website, and you can learn more about Jquery at their website at jquery.com. And at its core, Jquery is really nothing more than just a JavaScript library, but it's a really powerful library because it gives us the ability to very easily access and manipulate specific content items on our website without having to know a lot of JavaScript. So with Jquery, we can easily handle things like click events and mouse overs. We can animate our content. We can hide it, show it, slide it open, slide it closed, scale it, and do all kinds of things to our content very easily. Now, if you're a seasoned developer, then you can get as complex with Jquery as you like. And there are certainly some truly amazing things that programmers are doing with Jquery. But Jquery is not limited to just hardcore developers. Web designers are discovering that they can use Jquery as well to achieve some really eye-catching effects without having to rely on years and years of programming experience. And for the rest of this course, I'm going to walk you through some of the basics of working with Jquery, and then we're going to take a look at some really powerful effects that we can achieve with just a few lines of code. And in this video, I want to start off by downloading the Jquery library and taking a look at the code. So again, we can find the library at jquery.com, and on the main page, there's this giant orange download link. Now let me point out that you can also incorporate Jquery into your websites using a content delivery network, such as we would find at code.jquery.com. If we go to code.jquery.com and then scroll down to the very bottom here, you'll find a link here that we can incorporate into the head of our HTML document and link to Jquery that way. So we would include this URL in a script tag in the head of our document in order to incorporate Jquery into our website. But we're going to do it differently. We're going to actually download the library to our computers and then link to it that way. So I'm going to go back over to the main Jquery website, and I'm going to click on the giant orange download button, and that takes us to a new page where we see a few different versions that we can download. Now you'll notice that the 1.x versions are up here above the 2.x versions, and it's doing that for a reason. The 2.x versions are more recent, but they don't support anything before Internet Explorer version 9. With the other browsers, it works pretty well, but with Internet Explorer, it doesn't work with versions 6, 7, and 8. And as it says here on the website, since Internet Explorer 6, 7, and 8 are still relatively common, there's still a lot of people using them, they still recommend that we use the 1.x versions until we make sure that these older versions of Internet Explorer have been phased out a little bit better. So what we're going to do in this course is we're going to focus on 1.10.2. So we can download the compressed production version or the uncompressed development version. And I want to download both of these so that we can take a look at them. Now, if we just click on the link itself, it'll open up the actual JavaScript code in our browser window, and we can see what that code looks like. And this is the compressed minified version, as you can tell by looking at it, because it's almost impossible to read. It's all just jumbled together. So this is the version that you want to put on your website once you're actually ready to put this into production. But if you want to look through the Jquery code and understand it a little bit better, it might be better to take a look at the development version. So let's go back to jquery.com. And instead, I'm going to click on the uncompressed version here. And now we see something that's a lot more legible. We have some comments here. Everything has these nice line breaks and white space that help us to really be able to read everything in the window. So as you're learning Jquery, it's a good idea to take a look at this development version so you can really see the code, see what's going on. Now, a lot of you are designers, so a lot of this code might not make a whole lot of sense to you, and that's okay. But if you want to look at the code more closely, if you want to see what's going on behind the scenes in Jquery, you can take a look at this development version. And as we scroll down, we can see all of the code that really makes Jquery work. But again, this version is the development version because it takes up a lot more room. Since we have all of this nice white space and we have all of these comments that help us to understand what's going on, it takes up a lot more room than the minified version. The minified version is very, very dense and compact, and it takes up a lot less space. So the production version here, the compressed production version, is the one we're actually going to download to our computer and link to. So instead of just clicking on it, because again, if we click on it, it just takes us to this page. Instead of clicking on it, we're going to right click on it and then save link as. So I'm going to save this in the project files folder for this video course. And as we need it, we'll be moving it into other folders as well. But just so that we have it on our computer and we have it available to us to move around and do with as we please, I'm going to go ahead and just save it in the main project files folder. So we'll save that. And now that we've got it on our computer, we can move on to the next video where we'll start talking about how to incorporate this code into our site and how this code actually works. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.